3,000 years later because, USPS somehow doesn't know how to handle packages. And it was supposed to be here last week. And somehow it missed its due date. And it was like, well, we don't know where it went. Well, we better find it. And I'm glad that they did. Otherwise, I'd be dropping anvils on them. But anyway, the stones in here that I got from my friend Adam. One's a honker ruby, one's a star garnet, and the other one, well, is usually known as red tiger's eye or ox eye. I like to call it vampire eye because it looks like black and red. So vampire eye makes sense. That's just me though. So without further ado, let's open this up and also see how the heck I react to it. Because if you're new here, usually whenever I touch a stone that I have not touched before, I usually get like a jolt. And that, I'm guessing, is like me actually connecting to him. To each stone? Okay. Is it one? Oops. Okay, it's one pile. Well, it's not one wrap altogether. Okay, so let's see. Right. Sometimes you never know. Never know. Okay, that was it. And I'm gonna gingerly open this. And by ginger, I mean carefully. I don't want to get like a mixed touch at once because it's gonna make it be weird. Okay. Okay, we got bubble wrap, so we're gonna gingerly go like this. Okay, I'm starting to already feel the heat, and I haven't even opened it yet. I'm like, oh boy. Talk about having hot stones instead of, hot potato. I got nothing. Don't judge me. Okay, you bubble wrap. Unhanded. Release. Okay. Easy. Okay. Okay, I see them now. Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna look and I'm gonna just grab one and see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one first. Oh, the vampire eye. Yep, well, here's the ox eye or vampire eye, as I'm calling it. Whoa. Holding onto this thing, it actually does make me feel vampiric. I kind of feel... Oh, I definitely feel like I'm energized holding onto this thing. I like this one. Red tiger's eye, or vampire's eye, or ox eye. Vampire's eye would probably be the better one. Okay, we have that one. And now we have the other two. We have a star garnet and a ruby. Okay, I'm gonna grab the ruby next. Oh, Lord. It's hot. Easy. Little feisty thing. There, well, the camera's right there. There's the ruby. I can't even grip it because it's like, oh, ignited. Literally hot stuff. I hate my life. Don't judge me. But seriously, that is a garnet. That's a good honker sized. I'm gonna try and grip it. I'm gonna try and grip it without overkilling my heat perception. Yeesh. Good Lord, Lanta. Well, I can definitely say that if one really needs to, get, an inner flame, yep, Ruby's the one for it. Ah, like inner flame, like having inspiration, not like inner flame, not like that. No, no, no. That's a different kind of a flame. This flame is like, oh, I feel like I just have an ever burning fire within, and it's like becoming a good love tap. Potent. And now, last but not least, the Star Garnet. And the reason why it's called a Star Garnet and not just a everyday garnet is because when the light hits it just right, you can actually see things like holographic, like stars in it or like shapes in it. It's kind of like if you ever play like a trading card game and you pull a card that has like shiny and all woozy wooey. Yeah, imagine that except on a stone. Okay, I'm gonna grab this thing. Ah, wow. This thing is heavy, it's hot, and it's eccentric. Talk about having a lot of heavy, hot, eccentric going on in one piece. Okay, let's see if I can get this thing to actually do the star part. Okay. Okay, sit still. Ah! The joys of being sensitive to stones and everything around you, because, yeah, sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse, sometimes it's in between. So I'm going to try my very best so that way the light can be so kind to show it. Okay, let's see. Not really. There. Hold your pigeons for a second. I'm going to try something. Boof. Maybe that might help. Ugh. Okay. Other than now it's looking like we're going to be telling ghost stories, so. Play here. So you really have to look. It's kind of like where the sheen is on it. Like right there. See like that little sheen thing right there? Yep. That's like where you can see the star garnet. That's like the holographic part. De Definitely a little stuff. It's like it's like a blood red. It's just the light's hitting it odd. So if I was to say to do something like this, yeah, it's kind of a bloody red. But say if I was to do something like this, well, definitely now it's red. That was the wrong button. You can kind of see. Oh, wait a minute. Like you see, like the layers on the top of it, kind of like where my thumb is. Here, unhand that. A scooch. So you see, like where this part is, like right here. Like, well, I'm gonna try and sit this thing still. This right here at the bottom, like right there. Okay, that's a little sheen effect right there. That's how you can tell it's a star garnet. The way that it shimmers. It's put it this way. It's like Pokemon. This is a shiny garnet. That sounded so stupid, but that's the best way I can describe it. It's like a different coloration of a stone, but that's the best I got. But I mean, maybe like different color. Maybe the different color light will help. Well, now you can definitely see the sheen effect. Yeah. I'm blue, button dee out and I don't know. I got nothing. Don't be all like copyright. Killing me. Yeah, there's purple. So yeah, that's star garnet. And now we're having the the flamer colors come in. I never really having them come in. I don't even get why this one's even a color mix. Green and orange. Sacre bleu. Light blue and dark blue. Then we have Trip Rainbow. Okay, and then we have yellow, red, and lavender. No. Oh God. Do you know why I pulled you over? Let me guess, officer, you want to try out them new cuffs, don't you? Don't get me wrong, I would want to too, but no, you had to keep the fuzzy cuffs home. No, don't you dare whip out that nightstick. No. Oh, I know. Now I know what you want to do. You want to tase me, don't you? No. And don't be like that one officer that couldn't tell the difference between a taser and a gun. Please don't be like that. Oh boy. Okay. Let's get back to reality a little bit. Okay, there we go. So to recap, the red tiger's eye, ox-eye, or I prefer to call it vampire eye. Sit still. Yep, here's the vampire eye. I'd rather call it that. Besides, it sounds better anyway. I got Dracula's eye. Don't mind it that it's, doesn't look like an eye. And don't ask why he has triangular eyes, but still. Red tiger's eye. Or vampire's eye. Good God, this thing's feisty. There's a ruby. Honey bear. Good Lord, Lanta. It's hot. Sheesh. Hey, Kelly. Yep, here's a... Will you chill out? Yeah, ruby. Gosh. This thing's like burning my fingertips just holding it. Yeah. A ruby. I really hate being this sensitive to stuff. Yep, okay, I quit. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, there's that, and then, yep. Yeah, it's popping so much that it's like burning my fingers off. This one is heavy, hot, and eccentric. Like, oh, you're different, and you're kind of like the ruby, except a little bit more calm. Well, Kelly, this is now no ordinary garnet. This is a star garnet. Oh, wait a minute. Back. Wait. Sits. I just saw it actually make a star shape. Hold still. Come on. Wait. Looking for. Okay, there. Kind of see the shimmer effect on it a weeny bit. Yeah, like right there. Like right there. That hollow effect. Yeah, that's what makes it a star garnet. Aye. You're killing me, dude. This is what happens when a flamer touches hot stuff. Hot stones. You're gonna drive me to jump off a cliff. Could I keep my hands, please? Yeah. And primarily, I like how out of all three, this one's the most calm. This one's just like, okay, you're energized now. Ow! This one's like, oh, yeah, I can be chill. But also kind of flirtatious. And, somehow I have a taste of, kind of like an ironish taste in my mouth. Oh, well, that's what happens. No, it's the shimmer effect on the stone. And because usually there's star garnet, there's star rose quartz, there's star ruby, star sapphire, blue sapphire. I mean, there's a lot of stones that could be like star related. It's like limitless, but just because of the shimmer effect, it adds an extra layer of woozy woo to it. But yeah, Vampire's Eye, very calm but also alluring and giving an ironish taste in my mouth. I wonder what else tastes ironic. Ironic because it's made of iron. I quit. So then they're looking. Ah, it's hot. Okay, feeling the ruby again, and please quit flaming. Sheesh. And that's coming from somebody who's already flaming. Cool, you flaming. Okay. The ruby again. Well, I'm already kind of sweating a little bit, and I'm definitely feeling the sweat go. I feel like I'm just sitting in a fire, and I'm like that dog in like that comic strip going, "Oh, everything's just fine," and I'm just sitting in that fire, not even phased, just like everything's fine. No, it's not. I also feel kind of suggestive. It is what it is. Yeah, I think I've handled enough of that for one day. Okay, and then to finish it all off one last time with the starter in it. I hand me that monster so I can cool myself down a little bit. Really, dude? Instead of coming out the hole you're supposed to come out of, you come out through the wrong hole, and now you make me look like I wet myself on camera. Splendid. I hope you get thrown off a cliff. That's not the... No. I'm not going anywhere with that one. Here. Actually, here. Hold my bubble wrap. Well, you know, that's not the first time a fluid missed the mouth. It's not the first time, and definitely not the last. But the worst was when it missed, landed in my hair, and stripped my hair color. Rip. Oh, thanks for the bubble wrap face dryer. Okay, well, now that this is going to be popping with energy, literally. Let's get to that in my life. Seriously. Why in the heck did they not make the holes in this thing, practical? It's like, honey, what kind of hole is that? That's like making it overcomplicated. It's like, how the heck do you open this? I mean, I know how to open it, but it's just like, what kind of hole maker makes a hole like that? It's like a chastity lid. If you're not careful, instead of, giving you the drink, it'll actually rip your tongue out. Oh, wow. Okay, it's like you can go in, you can do it right the second time, but not the first. Whatever. I quit. Never getting that drink again. So back to the Star Garden. And me still having wetness on my face. Again, very eccentric. Very like, I'm going to do like what Lady Gaga does. Do as I please and make people go like, wow, that's unique. Wow. You're not going to forget her. Or better yet, wow. Never knew that she could ever make... No, never knew that she can even make wearing a coat hanger on her head look good. That kind of like, what? Okay. Yeah, very eccentric. Very like, oh, I'm going to do what I want, and that's the end of that. Heavy. This thing has a lot of weight to it. Very tantalizing, too. It's kind of like it's like the same thing with the ruby, but it's a bit more gentle. And I don't know why this is popping in my head. It does give me the thought of, did I mention it's mating season? What? Did you okay? So now it's mentioned it's mating season, but since it's eccentric, the way I guess mating season is going to go down is like a Final Fantasy battle. Comes out of nowhere, and sometimes You might get ambushed. Just like that great Malboro that does bad breath first turn. Well, ambushed. Hack. Yeah. And I'm going to turn the other light on because my lord, that's enough of that shenanigans for one day. So, I also have on the way a Scoochie the Tushy. Okay, that is way too much heat in the hand. Too much, 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 too much. Ugh. Ow. So, anyway. So, thank you, Adam, for the little 3, well, mainly the 2 most flaming stones I've ever touched in my life, and I have a vampire, or the oxeye. I'm also going to be getting, hopefully not, a month later, because UPS is not the most attentive service. Next month, I'm going to be getting Pyramid Apotholite. And an Apotholite is like Selenite, but triple the potency. And the other stone I'm going to get is this honkin' piece of kunzite. Like it's a honker. Like, here. Let me find my honkin' piece. And now let me see if I can find a few clear quartz to kind of like put them all together. Oh, that'll work. Okay. So. And it's tumbled too. Not raw like this. Okay. There's my honker. My honker kunzite. Just read it this way. Okay. So now we're going to add probably about that much to the... No. This is going to be looking like so awkward, but who cares? And we're going to scoot it over to that big. But yeah, it's essentially about the size of the palm of my hand, but bigger. Way much bigger than that. About yay big. Even, here. I'm trying to like have an accurate, like an actual dimensions of it, but that ain't gonna work because my hand's too little. So like about the size of the palm of my hand, and a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's a honker. And yeah, I'm probably gonna be using it as a pillow. Well, big enough for that, or even no. And speaking of face palming, I haven't face palmed in a long time. I hope I didn't just jinx myself. So please don't make me face palm. Oh, you didn't face palm in a long time, huh? Well, I think I can change that. No, it was a joke. Don't make me actually do that. Now I'm gonna enjoy my vice. Don't judge me. Don't be hating on black licorice. You're just mad because it doesn't tickle your tongue like it does me. If I'm ever in a bad mood, just throw this at me. What was that for? Oh, black licorice. Literally, I'll go from hissy fitting to not having it to, okay, I'm better. It's like chocolate, but I don't think this actually has the same thing as chocolate does, because chocolate does have has a molecular compound that actually does reduce stress. Well, black licorice, well, must have a special secret ingredient that make me not want to, drop anvils on people. licorice tea, like licorice root, like this thing. Because if you're not, okay, brownies. Can I have my licorice stick, please? 1, 2. Oh, am I gonna get to 3 for the first time in a long time? I hope not. Where's my licorice root? There it is. Never mind. Never mind. That was a prank. Oh, okay. Oh, hardy, har. You know, you little brain, I absolutely love you to death, but you really tempted me to, drop an anvil on your little ones. And don't you guys even think about it. Don't you dare be thinking you can grab my cheeks while I'm sleeping and then, just start squeezing them. Nasties. Well, those are brownies for you. They're like, oh, we're going to mess with this one and make him look like a dimwit. Okay. I see how you guys are. No, I said licorice root, not that fluid. That is not the time for that. See, give me that. Honey bear, there's scooch. Thank you. No. This is licorice root. Yeah, licorice root is, well, it can be used for a wand, but it's also primarily used as a honey bear, which is, oh, never mind. I thought it was something else. Like, why the heck are you guys not throwing beading wire at me? Come on now. But licorice root, it can be used to make wands with, but it's also a root that's actually used for domination work, intimidation work. It's also can be used for a type of domination that's like here. Let's just do it my way because it's easier. No. We're gonna do it my way. It's easier. No, just do it. It's easier if we do it my way. What whole thing? Yeah, the root? Yeah. Funny enough, another way that this thing was used, you take off a little piece of the licorice root, just going, put it in your mouth and just start chewing it. Supposedly, when you're chewing licorice root, everyone that you encounter gets intimidated by you. And they are more likely to do whatever you tell them to. And because they're seeing it as, okay, we'll just do what he wants because it is easier. It's like a gentle, just do it my way because it's easier. No, just do it my way. No, trust me, do it. While calamus root is more like, do it. Yeah, it's a little bit more pushy. You mix them together, you have the most simplistic controlling, domination, intimidation, controlling. Oh yeah, the chips. But yeah, calamus root and licorice root, yeah, that's like the most common and actually most well-known mix of the two roots for domination work. But you want to take another step further, okay, here we go. Okay. Yes. If you want to make a domination that actually goes into somebody's dreams and their sleep, like you dominate their dreams and thoughts, calamus root, licorice root, plus the poppy seed. Mix that together. Now, if you use that blended and working, you can actually target somebody's dreams and pretty much be like, nope, I'm pretty much have infiltrated your dreams and I'm all over the place. And I'm saying in your dreams nonstop, nevermore, nevermore, nevermore. Oh, that's just evil, but still. That's another one. But if you kind of want to make it a little bit more gentle, you can put in, well, if it's like a love situation, you can actually use calamus, licorice root, and cherry tree bark. Yes. And poppy seed is actually used to actually help lull something, like make it go. Same thing with jasmine. Jasmine does the same thing, and so does lavender. Vetiver kind of does it, but vetiver is more of a... Vetiver is kind of like, think of it like a noble gentleman that's a bit too flirtatious. And patchouli is just a gentleman that's old. It smells like dirt. But he knows how to flirt. Still got it. But yeah, poppy seed. And also, poppy seed can also be used to actually confuse and mentally stun someone. How does that work? Simple. Bare hand, poppy seed. Pop it in the hand. Just make sure you don't have, your little seed bullets all over the place. Close your hand. Give them the attention of whatever the heck you want them to be confused about. And when they have their back turned, and as soon as it hits them, they're going to turn around and be like, what the heck was that? And that's how you know the poppy seed landed. Literally. And if anybody that, is a human gets hit in the back of the head by a lot of pellets, it's like, what the heck was that? Well, congrats. Direct hit. Poppy seed is actually used for confusion work too. It's the same thing. But infiltrating somebody's dreams, yeah, you'll probably also... I mean, you could also add clary sage to that, or lavender. Or if you want to get extra fancy, even add anise to it. There was another one you can also add. What is it? Thyme. The one that's Thyme. Yeah, that one. That's another one. Yeah, because it confuses them. It makes them confused. And it makes them think like, huh? I don't know what's going on, but I'm lost here. It's actually one of the main ingredients for a confusion blend, because primarily poppy seed affects mental perception and thoughts. And it kind of makes them be all... like, pretty much like in Looney Tunes when a character gets hit upside the head and there's Tweety birds around their head. Yeah, poppy seed kind of does that. Except, without them having a big lump on their head after getting hit by something. Oh, you can also use, well, if this thing would be so kind, a scooch. Move! Thank you. No, don't go that way, because you'll make a hot mess and I have to pick all of you up. Another one that you can also, except this one's primarily more for making, hissy fitting and making the peace, cornflower. It's pretty much like lavender, except more focused on speaking. And it's not really intended to be a woozy woo. It's more of a peaceful speak, chill, easy. And also good for your psychic development. As well as chamomile. Peaceful, gives so much serenity, and it's good luck. And talk about having a great mender. see, what's another one that I use a bit too much and quite frequently that's up and available? What are you? Oh, that's something else. Okay, that's lavender. You're scooching? Move it. No, not you, I just flung you. No, I just flung you too. There you go. Come here. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, that's the secret red blend. Now, don't you be thinking those thoughts, you nasty. I think it mix. Oh, probably. Okay, scooch, come on. Excuse me, pardon me, flamer coming through. Move your tush. If you don't move it out of the way, you're gonna get flung. Okay. Butterfly pea flower. I haven't heard of that plant before. So, is it like sweet pea? That's my best guess. If it's something like that, then I could probably reason out something. There's calamus root, feisty thing, and this is probably one of my absolute secret weapons for doing love work with. And here we have, oh boy, cornflower, lavender. There was something else in here. I just had it and I lost it. Hyacinth flower, a rose petal, Damiana, and saffron. And yeah, saffron, the red thread thing that costs like 3,000. No, not 3,000. But it costs like a lot of money for just a little vial of it. The red strings of richness. I thought I had just a little package of it somewhere. Oh, you know them brownies are like, oh, we got this now. We're gonna mess with them. You'll never find your saffron now, flamer. Meh. Whatever. I quit. Give me that licorice piece. Then there's also this blend. That's the saffron imposter. And a lot of people say, well, we can just use that for saffron. No, you can't, because it's not the real kind. Safflower. And safflower only has like one real use. It only has one real thing it's got going for it. But lucky us, well, at least for me, and other ones that are, you know, guys that are sausage lickers. I'll have to see what the plant looks like in order to have a kind of a conclusion. But yeah. Another kind of carrier oil that I'm pretty surprised that nobody's talking about. Safflower oil. Odorless. And it has a lot of vitamin E antioxidant. But now the thing about safflower. It's only known really for one thing. In India, what they did, rainbow men like me did, take the safflower and they rubbed it, back of the elbows, right here on the shoulders, back of the knees for some reason, and also the, right down the middle, at the bottom. Yep, just rub safflower all over that. And supposedly that made other men just be all like, no, I'm craving sausage tonight for some reason. Then the oil. That's the same thing. It is the gay man's magical oil that's a carrier, literally. If you're one of the magical ones like me, you're trying to woozy make an oil mix or like herb or an herbal mix to kind of have a another thing with a piece of sausage going for it. You just have safflower be your base because that's what it's best known for, pulling another sausage shoulder towards you. Mm-hmm. It's not. I haven't heard anybody talk about using safflower oil as a base. Avocado, yeah, that's another good one. So is coconut oil, but then again, coconut oil is essentially, well, it's from the coconut, which is the moon plant, and essentially whatever the heck comes into contact with moon just goes with it, literally. Olive oil is that oil of Forever Young, for some odd reason. And there's grapeseed oil, which I haven't really had much experience with. Sunflower oil, which pretty much makes any oil mixture be a little bit more like bang. Check this out. And another one of my favorites is castor oil. But castor oil is best used for an oil base if you need something to, like an intention to go and stick and make it pretty, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stick and it's going to stay for a while. That's pretty much best for, like, say, if you love oil mixes. Also, domination, intimidation, and heck, if you want to be extra dark, if you want to be doing any kind of death work, castor. Stuck. Yeah. Or, hot foot. Like a hot foot oil mix. Castor. Well, you're always going to be having flaming feet. Now they're going to be doing like, twat head. Almost took me out there. Yeah, not take me out to the ball game because I won't be paying attention to those balls in the sky. I'll be paying attention to different pairs instead. What? Oh, come on. Like, you wouldn't do the same thing. Don't look at me like that. What kind of human would turtle like balls anyway? Imported? Oh, okay, I see. Amsterdam. I see. Hot flashes again. I don't know why I'm getting hot flashes all of a sudden recently. It's like, enough, please. I just love that smell of jasmine. Literally, I can just take this thing, and just keep it there for the whole day and not even care. Every breath I take in, jasmine. Don't look at me like that. I see that look. Don't you dare make that look. Don't be hating that, I got jasmine up my nose and you don't. That sounds so vulgar. Deal with it. Oh, I just remember this too. Hopefully UPS will not take 3,000 years just to get me the next thing I'm getting, besides the 2 stones. I'm also going to be getting an oil set that's actual rose. Mine too. It is the scent that is the most woozy-wooey. It's also a man puller. It's a lulling woozy-woo that pulls men. This one's a magnolia. I like it. But yeah, I'm going to be getting a small set of rose, like legit rose. Real rose. And then what's the other one? Just magnolia, which is this, except this has coconut oil in it. Magnolia. Jasmine. Except that one's an absolute. neroli, and Blue Lotus. Based on what I've heard, Blue Lotus is like clary sage and jasmine mixed together. A euphoric Lorlanta. So this is how Ascension feels like. Don't think I'm prepared for that yet. I just know when I get the box, I'm gonna look at Blue Lotus and think, I don't think I'm ready for this. But okay, here I'm gonna put it in anyway. So everybody knows my will's under the bed, so I'm gonna take a smell of this Blue Lotus to see what happens. Wow. How come I feel like I'm connected to everything? I'm not gonna be surprised if that's what happened. So yeah, there's that stuff coming along with that honker Kunzite. Like, don't be hating that I'm a Kunzite junkie. It's better that than Moldavite. Yeah, because yeah, that'd be quite the expensive thing to be fandom about. I'm over here just like, well, Kunzite. I don't care if it's common. So what? It's the strongest love stone. I'm just saying. That's not my business though. But even then too, it's just like I'm kind of like, why is everybody being all like, ooh, Moldavite? Or are these other big, well-known rare stones? Even like, I really want to get a piece of Violaine, but yeah, that's going to be a tough one to find. But still, everybody is like all about the fancy schmancy kind. Meanwhile, there's another type of crystal or stone or whatever the bloody heck have you that is so, I mean, I don't even know how else to say it. It's like so supportive of everything and anything. And I mean, for good Lord Lanta, dude, if you don't even tell it to do anything, it'll automatically just do what it knows what to do, which is motivate everything and everyone and every stone and everything that exists in its vicinity. Yeah, pretty much give everything a nice motivating love tap. What stone is that? I hope you know. If you don't know, well, we got a bit of a problem. Because that's what. So, I present to you perhaps the most, the best stone that anybody can have. Literally. Clear quartz. I'm dead serious. Clear quartz. Best stone to have. Better than Moldavite. I'm just saying. But how's you better than Moldavite? Clear quartz, master quartz. It'll do whatever the heck you tell it to do. No matter what. It'll mimic whatever you tell it to do. Don't matter. Literally. What do you want me to do? Anything. Tell me, I'm a blank slate. Any kind of intention, you just give it to it, and then it'll just mimic it. As you gave it. But if you don't tell it to do anything... Yep, exactly. If you don't tell it to do anything, by default, it'll just motivate everything around it. It'll empower everything and uplift and love tap everything around it. Amplify. Then we got probably one of my biggest pieces. Yeah, that honker. And this actually used to be like on a necklace, like a pendant thing. Before I took it off. Because yeah, imagine how big that would look. I mean, wow. And because since clear quartz is also very simple to give an intention to, I mean, probably one of the most easiest things to do is fill a thing of water, like one of these things up with water, preferably spring water. Fill up all the way, and then you just put an intention oil in it, or you just mix some essential oils in it. Say for example, because why the heck not? Let's say we want to make a nice woozy woo, love me, you twat and mix. Okay. With only these oily thingies. Okay, hold my beer. we can plop in there. That one. And definitely that one. Nah, not that one. Definitely that one. There you go. No, that one probably might make them run away in terror. Yeah, why not? What about you? I'll put you on the side. What do you? No, that one might be a little bit too optimistic. Yeah, that one on the side too. No, not that one. That one's probably gonna make everything run away. That was like the ultimate anti-everything BS one. Escuchi, Frankie. No, that one is too feisty. That one could be a hit or miss, but it's a viable option. Where the heck is Pinky? Guys, where's Pinky? Give me pink pepper. No. There's Pinky. I know he's down in there somewhere. Milkshake, where's my Pinky? Because it's pink pepper. That's why I'm calling it Pinky. Oh, there's Juniper Berry. Oh, there he is. Okay, so. Here we go. So, honorable mentions for this. Okay, here we have that one. Okay. Honorable mentions that potentially can be good for woozy wooing. Siberian fir from like Siberia, or pretty much the way I like to think of it is like this. Think of it now, you're in Russia. Yeah, Russia. And how they speak in Russian, and how they're pretty traditional and pretty strict and point blank to the point, and how the language is. Yeah, that's what I feel when I smell this. In Soviet Russia, you do nothing but sit there and be stuck. Sit and chill. I like the smell though. And that one can actually be primarily used for keeping like a certain intention restricted. And this is kind of like a Saturnian plant, well, fir, because it can withstand the cold and it doesn't flinch. In Soviet Russia, I make the air cold. No cold air make me shiver. No, it's the other way around. Next, if we have some depression, or if we actually want to make it a big like, oh, okay, we're red and now we're stuck. This is actually kind of a little bit of an odd thing to name a plant, but I'm going to go with it. Marjoram. And I think of like Marge Simpson for this with this one. I don't know why. Marjoram is actually an antidepressant. It's very relaxing and very gently uplifting. It's a happy one. It's also sometimes used for marriage working and like hand fasting and commitment work. And then probably one of my absolute favorites. But this one's also like black licorice in the way that it's like it's either you love it or you run away from terror. But usually if you run away in terror from it, you have some stuff regarding your heart that's not healed. If you can't get enough of the scent, your heart is good. Literally. I can also do the same thing with this, with jasmine. Same thing, just stick it up my nose. But that's not recommended. And this one is geranium. Now, geranium is best put like this. Geranium is like that friend that you have that tells you, dump him. He's not good for you. He goes behind your back. He does not care about you. I'm saying this because that's the truth, and I worry about you. It's like that friend that tells you the stuff you don't want to hear, but it's the truth. A real friend, the one that actually does look out for you, rather than the one saying like, well, whatever works for you, I support you for it. Do what's best for you, what makes you happy. No. Geranium is like, dump him. Tells it how it is. And now the ones that actually would go into that mix. First choice, violet. Best said, violet is the violet is pretty much the scent that is the literal seduction in a bottle. It's like the ultimate mind woozy woo. Wait a minute, where's she going? Yeah, it's that woozy wooey. Here's that one. Next up, it's one of my favorites, juniper berry. And what I like to say about juniper berry is like a little battering ram. It's little, but boy does it pack a punch. Like say, if somebody had to like use a battering ram to open the gates to like a kingdom, that's when you call in juniper berry. And it's actually pretty good, depending on like where in your chakra system you feel blocked. Just put some juniper berry on it, because it'll be like, break it down. And that one is actually known to help, males actually, you get their count up. It is what it is. Don't look at me like that. Next one. Now this one is like if you take an orange and a lemon and you smack them together. It's like a very cheery, cleany one. But it's also, it has the anti-BS of lemon, but also the upliftment of orange. But since it's also two citrus sisters mixed together, clementine. But, clementine's a cutesy one. It's like it's a supportive, clearing, cutesy one. That's what I put it. Next one, here's one of my favorites. I love this. It smells like a really exotic iced tea. I just love that smell. Don't look at me like that. I know what you're doing. Clary sage. Clary sage is probably, if not, in my opinion, the one of, if not the best, third eye oils. Because yeah, it actually opens up the psychic senses. And it's pretty potent with it. This one is pretty much well known anyway. It's like all over the place. Lavender. Well, if you've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Maximilian Pegasus, yep, that's lavender in a nutshell. Hey, Yugi boy. Oh no, you destroyed my dark rabbit. Oh no. Yeah, that's lavender. Last but certainly not least, perhaps one of my absolute favorites, despite it being a very feisty little thing, Pinky, pink pepper. First it's sweet, and then it burns you. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna light you on fire. I would never do such a thing. Burn! Yeah, there's your pink pepper. It's like, aw, so hot. Dead serious. You could think it's like black pepper, except black pepper just doesn't care. It's just like burn. Pink pepper is like, I'll be a little sweet, then ignite you. Yeah, you mix all that together and you throw in a clear quartz, let it just sit there for a bit, or even like some rose quartz, or even all your clear quartz if you want to actually enchant them all at once. Plop them in there, wait for a whole night, and then just take them out. Or you can even put them outside underneath the moon in its full cycle. There you go, you got your clear quartz enchanted to woozy woo. Like that. Or we can actually just have the intention in your head. Inhale, and then you just blow it. That's probably the most simplistic way. I need to give this thing an intention. Well, what are you doing? Just blow it. Not like that. Like that, not like you're not supposed to put the crystal in your mouth. Did what? No, don't put selenite in your mouth. That's not supposed to go there. But some people these days, tonight on World's Dumbest Crystal Handlers, Forward 32 frequency, I don't really work with the hertz of sound. At least not yet. I know about it, but I haven't really dug deep into it because although there is a type of magic that actually does involve making music and using sound, I mean, look at all the musicians nowadays. I mean, heck, every time when they sing one of their songs or even have it play on like a radio station or anything like that or a stream service, they're actually doing a spell right then and there. Believe it or not. Big one. Say for an example, if somebody has a song out there, let's just address the big honking elephant in the room. If there's an artist that's playing a song that actually insults women or degrades women or anything along those lines, and if it's a male, well, it stinks to be him. Because every time when that song plays, and if he sings it live, every time it plays, his Venus, wherever it's placed, takes a hit. Every single time that song gets played. I'm dead serious. So if pretty much for the rest of his life, his Venus is going to get hit randomly. And it's going to take some damage. Because when you degrade a woman, you're actually taking a stab at Venus. It's a little one, but after a while, it adds up. That's why you gotta be very careful. You gotta be very careful. Especially nowadays with the internet. Once something's up, it's up there and it's stuck. And all that somebody has to do to really mess you up is just keep hitting that play button. I don't mean to be like a devil's advocate, but I mean, that's just how it is. And that's the cold hard truth. Once it's out there and it gets, a hold of and it keeps being played over and over and over and over and over again, your Venus is going to get pummeled. Even if it's a small little bit, it's still taking hits. And that's just the harsh reality of it. I don't like it either, but it is what it is. Can't help but be a realist. I can't help it. I'd rather, be giving information that's saying, well, that's how it is. So make sure you walk extra gingerly and on your tippy toes and not step on a spike. Like in Home Alone. Time is up. 9? Oh Lord, Lando, I need to go out there and wash myself. So anyway, yeah, that was my look at my Star Garnet, Ruby, and Vampire's Eye. 2 of the hottest stones I've ever handled in my life, and one that's very mellow and giving me an iron taste in my mouth. So anyway, I guess I'll come back tomorrow on a new live, and we'll see what we come up with that. But yes, when I get the new Kunzite and the Apophyllite and the 5 oils that I'm going to be getting, yes, I'll share that too, and hopefully the Kunzite will turn me into like arrows or something. So I will see you guys then.